Welcome back to Movie Draft House. I'm your host, Marcus. Another 5-minute review. In today's review, we're going to be talking about the recent release on streaming sequel, Code 8 Part 2. It is available now to stream on Netflix, only on Netflix. And it came out on February 28th. And it's directed by Jeff Chan. And honestly, I've never heard of that guy. But his directorial credits include the first Code 8. So that's a plus. And I'm going to get this right out of the way. I did not see the first Code 8 movie. But Jeff Chan also directed Grace the Possession. And that's it. He's directed some other short films. But anyway, this film stars Robbie Amell, Stephen Amell, and Alex Malari Jr. And as I've noted here many times in the past on other videos, when your film has more than 2 writers, it's almost guaranteed to suck. And none of the writers are like the writers of the original book or story that the film is based on. So this film has 3 writers. And so the premise of this is kind of like other recent films like The Creator, where it takes place in the future, and our protagonist has to keep a child safe or escort a child to safety because the government or government faction or group or organization is trying to get them for their own nefarious purposes. That is no different here, where Robbie Amell plays Connor and Stephen Amell plays Garrett, and Serena Gulumgas. I just mispronounced it. It's fine. We're going to move right along. But she plays Pavani, the child in this film. And this child has these... So the world's population has a percentage of people that can do extraordinary things. Think mutants, superheroes, blah, blah, blah. And Robbie Amell is caught up here where the child Pavani, her brother, is murdered by a police robot dog, and she witnessed it. And in order to keep this robot dog program alive, the corrupt cops in the town are trying to get her to kill her after Robbie Amell decides that he needs to keep her alive. Yeah, that's the premise. It's straightforward. It's your classic sci-fi corrupt cop. Who can't trust anybody because you assume everybody's corrupt. I will tell you the VFX in this film are pretty good. Stephen Amell and Robbie Amell, they're, especially Robbie, are very charismatic. I really like Robbie Amell as an actor, more of a TV actor than anything in the movies. This might be the first movie I've seen him in. But Stephen Amell is famous for playing the Green Arrow on the CW for like a decade. But kind of cool that they're in this movie together, and they play, like, Stephen Amell is really your anti-hero. But other than that, it's Robbie Amell and Stephen Amell kind of keep it on track enough to where you can power through. It's an hour 40 minutes, so you're not losing much. But I'm gonna give it a pass. I've seen better, and so you don't necessarily have to waste your time on it. Anyways, hit the subscribe button when it pops up so you don't miss any future content right here on the podcast. And if you want to follow the podcast on all your favorite social media platforms, you can find us at Movie Draft House We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, right here on YouTube. So don't miss out. And don't forget, the podcast releases weekly every Thursday on your favorite podcast streaming platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, everywhere doing big things. So we'll catch you next time.
I'm here because I'm one of you. We all want a safe neighborhood to grow up, but we've listened, we've made changes. If you just put your hands up, we won't hurt you.